Let's talk about those streaming payouts. How you getting paid, girl?
Oh my God.
How you getting paid now?
Helen and Terry.
Hey, Helen, how you doing? I miss you, boo. Call me sometime. No,
now I'm starting to get some payouts, but I'm owed a lot of money.
Who's handling that for you?
Helen and Terry and lawyer guys, people doing things, and it's really good because I've never been paid on so many records that are from the 70s.
What you mean?
For real? I was like, well, I didn't know. I didn't even think about it.
So you just let it slide? Is it from what Side Effect?
Side Effect, Roy Ayers. I sang on Gap Band records. I sang on almost everything that came out of Los Angeles in the late 70s and early 80s.
Hey guys, welcome back to the Smitty and D Show. Of course, I am Tony D, and in the studio, I am excited. I was fangirling for the past hour, so it's okay. Trust me, it really is. I'm past it now. First off, you may have seen her biopic on TV One called Love Under New Management. Also, she's got a song called Love Under New Management, which is really, really amazing. One of my favorites, Come Share My Love, and another song. I mean, she's got so many, but this is another one you might know. Ain't Nobody Like You. Welcome to the studio, Miki Howard. We don't have backup today, guys. We're on a quiet set, apparently. What was that? Okay. Anyway, Miki Howard, guys. Hey, Miki.
Hi, darling.
I love you. Can I say that?
Thank you.
Okay, enough of that.
I love the love, honey.
Okay, feeling it. You know, I told you my story, and I told you what I loved about you, and the reason why I asked for you a long time ago. And I don't know if you even knew that I tried to get you on the show. Did you know that?
No.
You didn't?
Okay. I may have.
She
not
reached
have
out.
known it was you.
Yes, and she reached out, and I was just like, wait a minute. I've been trying to get her on the show for. Anyway, we love you, so we're gonna get into it. So, first question that I have, Miki, who are you? Like, who are you really? You've grown so much. Have you figured out who you are now?
Yes, I'm an amazing person.
I know that's right.
I'm a great friend.
Mm-hmm.
I am a mother with an empty nest twice. Grandchild, 21 years old.
Mm-hmm.
I'm an accomplished musician. I am happy.
You are happy. Have you always been happy?
No.
When did you get happy?
I had a measure of happiness, but I think about in 2016, I really became happy.
Was somebody born or something?
No, I was, in a way. I was very, very sick, and I had an emergency surgery, and God showed up. And everything I ever believed and practiced just came to fruition, and I started to become a whole person without feeling the dread of, my career didn't go like I wanted it to. Oh, I had to raise the kids by myself. Oh, I didn't get a good husband. All the dumb stuff you meet, the expectations.
Right.
The things that I thought I was fighting for. And I was fighting for my own happiness.
If you had to do it all over again, what things would you have changed?
I would not get married.
Yeah.
I made a mistake.
With the person or the ideology of marriage?
All of it. I wanted to get married for the wrong reasons. I was, very religious. I was raised Church of God in Christ, Baptist, every church you can imagine. We went to. My mom and dad were gospel singers, and
the Christian, was the Jubilee?
Pilgrim Jubilees.
Pilgrim Jubilee
and the Caravans.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they were very popular.
Yeah.
It was like, like being a rock star then. And consequently, I always was religious as my great grandma, would take me to the outhouse, the shed, when they dressed in the white and you get baptized in the river or the lake or whatever you had available there. And she took me all the time, and I just loved it. I just loved God since I was a kid. And you go through all these roads and paths and things like that, and you think you're on the right road. And because of that, I wanted to get married. I became a Jehovah's Witness. Yeah, and you cannot, fornication and all of that stuff was dead. Wow. So I wanted to get married. My sisters got married, and it was never really in me. But because of that, I wanted to. And so I did. And that was a mistake.
That was a mistake.
The wrong reasons and the wrong person.
Wrong person. Wow. Do you think that you're a good mom?
The best mom I could be. Who really is a good mom?
That's true.
That's relative.
Yeah.
It really is. I was the best mom I could be, and I would say, yeah.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Ooh, that was a good one. Okay. All right. Okay. Do you recall a time in your life where you've seen maybe your child or your grandchild do the exact same thing you did, and you're like, don't do that. Like, you've got this down this.
How many times?
I mean, something big.
They have
where you're
my
like,
DNA.
Don't do it.
They're mostly like, don't do it. Didn't you remember mom did something? Yeah. Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I want them to stay together more. I want them not to. They always want to move out, and they moved out early, and they stayed out, and I'm like, come back or whatever. They don't ever want to do that. I think that's a mistake.
Why?
Because they should. You should stay with your family unless really rich or something.
Mm-hmm.
You know, this is a trick. We're tribal.
You said a lot.
Yeah, it's a trick. And I think that's a big mistake. And my kids don't listen to that. Most people don't. You know, we'd be much better off if we stayed together. And now a lot of people are trying to do, like, they get the acres and they're building, the homestead thing again, but we should never have gotten away from it. And we shouldn't put our children out at 18. And they shouldn't stay away. And even if they get married, and want to build their own family, it should be close. People always say when you get married, move away from your family. And if you and your spouse can't be near your family, then there's a problem.
That's a bigger problem.
Yeah, it's a bigger
But then you
problem.
also have support. Like, that doesn't make any sense. You should stay close to your family.
You should.
Yeah.
But who does?
Yeah, but the other thing too is you lose information. The wisdom goes away.
Everything. It takes a village to raise a child.
Yeah.
Don't they say that?
Yeah.
Okay, why do we leave the village?
That part. Moving into relationships. You've been in, like, the music industry for a really long time. Do you think narcissists are attracted to music, or do you think they're attracted to certain
They're
women?
demons. Okay? People don't want to believe it. People don't want to discuss, you want to talk about, astrology, but you don't want to talk about demons. They're demons. They come from their father, the devil, and he has nothing good for anybody, but he is so attractive. I say it.
Yeah.
However it manifests, it's very attractive, very attractive.
Do you think that narcissists are attracted to the music industry because
they're from the music?
Ooh.
God gave it to Satan, Lucifer. This is his genre. This is his thing. And when it's taken from him and given to humans, he's very jealous, very unkind, in my mind, yeah, they're attracted to it because it comes with so many beautiful things.
Okay, I know you've answered this question several times, but all the stuff that's going on in the news with R. Kelly and Puff Daddy and all of that other stuff, when it comes to celebrityism, do you feel like there's no boundaries, nothing that you guys can't do?
They're not supposed to be in show business.
What do you mean?
P. Diddy, his gift wasn't, what was it? What is it? I don't want the man coming after me. If you get out of jail, leave me alone. I don't have nothing to do with P. Diddy. I never met him. I never went to a party.
Yeah.
I don't know nothing about that mess. Okay? All I know is if I was at the party, I would be on the pictures. I do know that. Because, you just get wild.
Yeah, you get wild.
But this is the thing. The artists that belong in show business were kicked out of show business. Like myself, like Regina Bell, Melissa Morgan, even Whitney was her demise, everybody. The people that belong in show business, they really hurt us and kicked us out. And they gave money to people like Diddy. Like, I was on Atlantic Records. I was, never given $500 million, not $1 million. They still say that I owe them. But you gave P. Diddy $500 million. You give no shade against Cardi B because, there's a place for her, I suppose. But she hasn't made a record in 7 years. And you continuously give her gifts, loud about we love her on our label, this and that. I've been selling records on that label almost 30 years. And they say I still owe them.
Whoa.
They've never given me $1 million, $500,000. The people that made the label died broke. You talk about Ruth Brown, people like that made Atlantic Records great, who they are today. That they were able to sign to Cardi B. This was a label that represented black music that I grew up, I wanted to be on Atlantic Records because Aretha Franklin was on the records, all that kind of thing. The people that belong in show business were kicked out for people that were basically pimps.
Okay. Do you think those pimps are easily manipulated?
They manipulate. They hurt this business. They hurt black music. And if you knew how hard it was to get black music on the radio, other than just, the local small radio station, and how hard the radio stations fought to just get to be a black owner, the Radio Ones of the world and stuff like that. And the way that they wield their power, they paid them not to play our records. Allegedly. That's what I've been watching YouTube. Like, really.
Allegedly.
They paid, they had a whole payola scam. They were paying to play, paying not to play. We would sit in offices for radio. When I was with the group Side Effect, I was young. We'd go on promotional tours and sit outside and wait for the, program director, what have you, and Queen, the representative from Queen, We Will Rock You, would walk in the station, and they'd get Queen on the black station, and we'd be sitting there hoping to get played, and we wouldn't. And it's still that way. Artists, come on now. We just don't think about it because you hear music, you hear it all the time, whatever. We don't even see our artists. They put no shade to nobody. I don't want no smoke. But that's what they be saying now.
You're a legend, so you can speak the truth.
Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion had no business bumping vaginas on the Grammys. I was humiliated, and I don't have anything to do with that. There's always been pornography in music, but it has a place, and it's not in the mainstream.
Well,
not especially when you have artists that really have something to bring to the table to heal you.
Yeah. And I agree with you. I was just watching Hustle and Flow, and those people were super talented. And there's one guy on there, and he's a mumble rapper. And they're like, yeah, he's hot, he's tight. And I'm like, am I being punked? Because I have no idea what he's saying, and he's not rapping on the beat. And I think the only reason why they like him is because he's from Atlanta. But he's terrible. And it's crazy because I'm like, I go on TikTok and I'm like, okay, some people are saying, yeah, they feel like they're being punked too. And there's some other people that's like, wow, he's amazing. His flow, he's a lyric.
Well, I mean, some people like Picasso.
Yeah.
And some people don't get it. That's not what we're talking about.
Boots.
That's not what we're talking about, though. Right. We're not talking about that. We're talking about artists that were in this music business that made their way through all the muck and crap. And our own people, okay, put us down. I'm talking about P. Diddy and them. There was this, you go back to 94, up until now, and you check out the black music and see where it came from.
I literally was about to ask you, do you remember when rap was like positive and when it changed?
Of course. Rap has been around for years. There's Cab Calloway was a rapper. He had a book called the Hepcat Dictionary. And you can look it up on Google. It was rap. Hambone is rap. Hambone, where you been? That's rap. We've been rapping. and it was positive. It talked about the things in our lives and stuff like that. Now, if these guys are out here just saying, I shot my friend, and you got to get a body on you, or you ain't got no bodies on your gun, you ain't shit, and I heard a record today that said, put the DICK in my hand, on your tongue. I was like, what? The Amazon man was playing that. Why are we listening? Why are we having to do this? Our children can't even listen to black radio. They can't listen. My grandson knows Sam Smith and all those people. You know what I mean? It's not fair. It's not right.
Yeah.
So yeah, I got a little issue.
Yeah. I was just literally about to ask you, what's the definition of an industry plant? Because I feel like I'm starting to see more.
I never heard of that. Till recently with all the stuff, I don't know.
So I thought an industry plant was just like somebody who you like, everybody's working real hard and this person come out of nowhere and you're like, where you come from?
That's, I don't know. The plant thing, I don't know. It's just, I think it's a group of people that decided to make money on this artist. And they're going to do whatever it takes to do that. Yeah. And then they have control. There used to be a saying, you make an artist, you make a star, you have a star to manipulate, to do whatever you want.
Let me tell you, I used to work on Housewives. And I remember hearing producers say that they try not to choose anybody who's already famous. They want to build you up so they can tear you down.
And make it own, so you don't ask questions. And you should be paying 15% and they're getting 25 and stuff like that. And they want all the perks, and it's the thing about perks, I'll tell you something. Real artists deserve perks because we suffer. To make the art, for it to be your turn, and all these things you go through. You got to wake up at ungodly hours to catch flights, and people treat you poorly. They treat you bad, especially when you're black. All the stuff that you might go into the Ritz-Carlton, say, for instance, a Caucasian, and they'll give you all of the layout of the land, what it is, what perks they have, and give you the best room with the view of then I can come behind them. I need your ID. The first thing they say. And then I'll get a room, and it's unacceptable. It's looking over the part of the hotel where the kitchen's exhaust comes in. You can see that or something like that. And I'm like, well, then what's wrong with my room? They don't tell me anything about the perks, about the 9 o'clock or the whatever we got over. They don't tell me nothing. There's a gym or nothing. They're very curt. And it's not just Caucasians. Our black young people. Our young black people are being trained to mistreat us. They're being trained to do it. And we should be looked up to. You should talk to us, find out how to do something better than we did, how to not do some of the things, and to let me tell you that person that's telling you this, that, and the other is lying to you, and they want to hurt you. They'll never get that far.
You think hip-hop killed or is killing R&B?
It shouldn't. It should be a part of R&B because it was. Rhythm. That's the rhythm in R&B. And the words, it shouldn't. Hip-hop is killing our people.
Yeah.
Okay? These kids riding around, I'll say kids, when they listening to this stuff, man. Yeah, have you heard some? We haven't even heard some of the stuff that they're playing. Not even you, the 18, 19-year-olds, it's worse. What they're talking about. And then they're talking about having gonorrhea and syphilis and all of that. Oh, okay, you go ahead and have it. You go right ahead on and have gonorrhea and syphilis and wear syphilis lipstick and all of that. Are you serious?
Yeah.
You can have Ida B. Wells lipstick?
I used to tell my daughter and my niece, I said, you got to be really careful what you do in your 20s because that stuff follows you when you get older. But not just that, you don't want to be old, right? And then look back and you're not proud of who you were, because that stuff continues. You have a baby when you're in your 20s, you get gonorrhea or syphilis, you can't get rid of that. You can't. No. Wait a minute.
Ain't no telling what the hell I had. But
she did not have that, y'all. We do not want that in the blog. She did not. She is not claiming any part of that.
But still, we came up my 20s, AIDS.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was that we ever talk about fear?
I remember that. Remember they thought it was in the mosquitoes?
Yeah, they thought it was. It could be though.
Mm-hmm.
But it was bad. I lost so many friends. So many friends. We don't talk about that.
Mm-hmm.
That was bad.
Yeah. Because the music industry and entertainment had a lot of gay people in it, but probably had a lot of people who had sex with...
Yeah, you don't have to be gay.
Yeah, that's true. You had sex with,
They started out saying it was gay.
Mm-hmm.
But eventually it was bisexuals, gay, heterosexuals, lots of women.
Yeah. Lots
of women, because we accept everybody. We love it. If you a man over here, I don't care what you use outside. Right. That's how it was, like that kind of thing going on, everybody died. So many people.
Yeah. All
my stylists, hairdressers, good friends, and it left a very, very big void. Excuse me, I'm so tired. It left a big.
You can't tell.
A void in our lives. These were our people, our bridges, our friends.
Yeah.
The ones you go to, all that kind of stuff. They died.
Yeah. I remember, and this is recently in the hair industry. We lost probably when COVID happened, I lost 7 hairstylists, and they were all dudes.
Let's talk about COVID.
Let's talk about
that
COVID.
Hurt.
How did you survive?
I stayed in the house.
She said she had her fun when she was 20.
I enjoyed, I don't want to say I enjoyed COVID. I had not stopped working since I was a teenager. Mm-hmm. I've never had a year. I was so excited. When they finally shut everything down, I took all of my performance wear, boxed it up, threw it in the back of the closet. I started to buy pajamas, sweats, tennis shoes. I hadn't been able to even wear things like that. I mean, pajamas, of course. But, to walk around. And I got rest. I was tired. Yeah. Very, very tired. I raised 3 children forever. I've been stuff on my shoulders forever. Always, no matter what is going on, you've got to work at least twice a month. Yeah. And I was just tired. Mm-hmm. And when it said shut down, I was like, for real?
Right.
How? I was very excited.
What did you learn about yourself during that time?
That I was tired.
That was quick.
I was tired, and I needed to
sit down
somewhere. To rest and learn how to sing again, because I've really been on my throat for years and years and years. Literally, not a check comes from anywhere else besides this. Like I said, no matter what, you got to do at least 2 shows a month to take care of your expenses. And, everything came from my throat, everything. And my throat was tired, very tired. And when I thought they were going to change and send us back out, I started to rehearse myself. And I was tired. I had to learn to sing a better way again, and just my voice started to open up in areas that had been closed because it was tired.
Yeah. Did you lose or gain weight?
I lost weight.
You lost some weight. I gained some weight. I was eating all kind of processed
like my
food.
daughter. She's this is a COVID-5.
It was a COVID-15.
Everybody, it's like, oh girl, whatever. Just be happy. I was happy. I don't care. I tell you, look. When you're big, you're beautiful. Mm-hmm. Do your beautiful big girl thing. Mm-hmm. When you're little, it doesn't matter. Beauty comes from within anyway. All of this is fleeting. One day you're going to be a pile of dust. What the hell? You're going to say, I'm a pile of dust. Damn. Oh. It's beauty is inside. And it's you're most beautiful when you're giving.
Ooh.
That's when you're most beautiful.
I love that.
Yeah.
Were you scared during COVID, though?
I'm scared all the time with shit like that. I was like, get away from me.
I was serious. Were you worried? Because after a certain age, 1, and then 2, it's COVID.
I'm staying in the house. I'm saying something. I really believe in God.
Yeah.
I really prayed. I did everything you're supposed to do, and I was standing, and the kids are like, "Get away from me!"
Yeah.
And when they went back to school with my grandson,
Mm-hmm.
he got COVID every 3 months. Ugh.
It's a real thing. I think my daughter, she's had COVID I think I had one time.
And it is damaging.
It is.
It does. I think it causes immune problems, autoimmune issues, and so does the shot, and so does the COVID. This is allegedly,
Please don't say anything about the heart, because then I'll be agreeing.
Yeah, it does. Though. It does. It causes problems, but they're reversible. I think 3 to 5 years of taking care of yourself, and you got to really pay attention to your body.
Yeah.
You know, you can't exercise too much, and you can't do certain things, but most of all, you really got to get into like your vitamin C, your
magnesium, your zinc.
Yeah, and you're getting out in the sun and appreciating everything you have and appreciating God's gift and God's love, because I really think ultimately God is the cure.
Going back to music, I saw in a previous interview you said that you were blackballed. Why were you blackballed? Why do you think?
I didn't know.
No, seriously.
I don't.
Do you think that it was because you have true talent and you were speaking up for yourself?
Okay. I remember Vesta's the one who told me.
I loved her.
Yeah, I loved Vesta. We had fun. And she said, what are you doing? I said, I don't know. She said, you're blackballed. I said, no. She said, yes. Everybody's been telling me you're blackballed. I was like, what did I do? What? Blackball.
You know what? And I remember that because you used to be everywhere.
Yeah.
I remember your song was like your hit. It was like hit after hit after hit. And then all of a sudden it was like, wait a minute.
I think there was a big misunderstanding when I ended up leaving Atlantic Records, which I didn't want to do. I was negotiated out of my deal by my then husband, who because I was a woman, everybody talked to him. They just assumed he was my manager. Yeah, he'd go and he'd talk to everybody.
What now?
Yeah, negotiated me out of my deal into another deal, and nobody had one meeting with me. Until it was done. I came in one day and the man from Capitol Records was at my house. I was like, "What's going on?" Yeah, we talking, we on it, and because you should be, and you're supposed to. I was really happy with Sylvia Rome, and we picked our songs together, and she was so amazing. I had known her since I was 17. You know, I went with Side Effect, and she was with Elektra. I've been in the Warner Brothers system my entire career. Still, you know, so I was happy. I wasn't unhappy.
Right.
I was unhappy with him.
Yeah.
And he was like fighting me, beating me up, and I had never been hit ever. I was like, what is this? I was raised by, people don't understand about gay people. And the men did that, whatever, they fight each other, but I never saw anything like that. I was like, what is, oh my God, he was beating me up, and I was trying to get away.
What husband are we talking about?
I only had one. I don't even like to say his name.
Yeah.
No.
Well, you guys can look it up. You can look it up online. We won't go there. Chicago singers. You a Chicago singer? You my sister city?
Yes, I
Girl,
am.
she from Chicago. I'm from Detroit.
I love it.
How you doing? Diana Ross went to my school, and it was a bunch of other stuff. But my grandmother used to work for Motown. She was the girl who drove the limo and dated Stevie Wonder, and what's the guy? It was a guy. He was the lead singer of Temptations, but he was the
David
second
Ruffin.
guy. The second one.
Oh, Eddie Kendricks?
Eddie no. What is his name? It's gonna come to me. But anyway, he hit on me.
Uh-oh.
And that was gross. I was at a radio, like, hosting a show, and he was doing some foul things on stage and came out of the stage and started singing directly to me. It was disgusting.
Oh, was it?
It was
Dennis Edwards?
Dennis Edwards. Oh! Oh! Yeah,
Dennis is a mess.
Yeah.
But he's also kind. But
yeah, he is.
All those guys are like that. Men that liked women liked them from 12 on up.
Let's talk about that. Nothing new under the sun.
Right.
So you got people like R. Kelly marrying Aaliyah, and that's just normal in the industry.
maybe they didn't marry you.
Well, like date you.
They do anything. Yeah, if you there. That's if you there. I mean, I was 15 when I met Augie Johnson from Side Effect, and I turned 16 in September, and he turned 30 in August. So, yeah.
Were you scared?
No.
What?
That was everything I wanted. I was like, he's got. They're not scared. 16, you think you're a woman.
That's accurate. That's accurate. That's so accurate.
And
don't know nothing.
Nothing. And that looks like a man to you at that time, even though it's not,
He could buy you whatever you want.
Yeah, and he had the big Cadillac and pick me up from school and take me to the studio, and I get to be around this one and that one. That's exciting, and you're at your sexual urges are there because they're, you're that's what you're supposed to do, procreate. Your body, your hormones. Are doing all of those things, and it should be with a kid your age, and it still would probably happen. But when it's not, it's just.
So do you think those older men are manipulating these younger girls, though?
I think they are insecure.
The men?
Yeah, and it's easy, and it's who doesn't like for someone to fawn over them. Oh, Johnny's coming to get me.
He got a car.
He got a car, and we got. And we get it,
girl.
And he ain't got to do nothing much. Take you to dinner, somewhere fancy. Take you around his, friends, or be a big man in front. And if you have talent, and he's looking at you, I'm gonna make a lot of money. We're gonna make a lot of money. It's been going on
forever. That's scary. Do you think they had it right back in the day, or do you think we have it right now when it comes to that age? Because back in the day, women got married at 14.
And they still can in some places in the South. Yeah. No.
You don't think?
We're not the same. The women are your maturity level is nowhere near it was in those days.
Right.
At a 14-year-old, you knew how to go out. You could walk a mile to school on a dirt road. You could wash clothes with a washboard. You could probably shoot a rifle. All kinds of things. Your maturity level was different, and they wanted you out of the house, and they wanted you to procreate, especially black. We don't talk about this. See, a lot of our fathers have a lot of kids and outside of it, and it's a quiet thing, but they wanted to keep our race going because they felt like they were killing us.
Ooh.
So for a lot of black men to have baby here and 5 over there, and it was like, you'll never get rid of me. You'll never get rid. That was part of the motivation. And a young girl that could have several babies and, it wouldn't be tired cleaning up. And that was exactly what they wanted. We're not like that anymore. Most of us are infertile. We have 2 or 3 babies, and clean up and everything. They don't even know how to clean up. And they've got all these products now. I remember we didn't even have spray bottles. When spray bottles...
Remember Comet? We had some Ajax.
My kids laugh at me because I'm a spray bottle queen. Because I remember when we didn't have them.
Right.
We had to make a bucket of water. And we had to mop the floor with ammonia.
And you can't mix ammonia with bleach.
No, a little ammonia and soap. And then we had to rinse the floor.
Ooh.
Do they know how to rinse the floor?
Ooh.
And maybe wax it.
Okay, I remember waxing with that Murphy wool stuff.
Come on now. They don't know how to do any of this stuff. They don't do it. And they talk, everybody, it's different. These girls are different, and they deserve to grow up. And
isn't that weird, though? They seem like they're older because their bodies are...
Ours were thin.
Have you seen some of these girls? Some of these girls look like they're 40 at 18, though. I don't mean like just the body. I mean the face, too.
Yeah.
I've seen some old-looking young people.
That's the water. The water is tainted. It's full of mercury, and
so is that food.
And the pipes that come through the water comes through. You can tell children that don't drink filtered water. They drink out of the sink. They do everything in that sink, in that water. The bath, the shower, they drink, everything. And then they drink a lot of sodas and all these different things. Just chemical after chemical after chemical. I think that has a lot to do with it.
Yeah. How have you been able to keep your weight down?
I got myself together a long time ago. I told you when I was 50, I decided to lose 50 pounds, and then I don't eat certain things. Period.
Like?
I don't like bread.
Yeah.
I mean, if I eat bread, it's like a sourdough.
Mm-hmm.
And I know
What about Ezekiel bread?
I love Ezekiel bread. Yeah. That's on occasion though.
Yeah.
With a little bit of olive oil and stuff like that. I cook my own food most of the time. You know, I love fried chicken though.
I mean, it's fried chicken.
It's fried chicken.
Yeah.
I drink a lot of
spring
beet
water.
juice.
Ooh, I do too.
Yeah,
I do too.
Like beet lemonade.
Oh my God, they got some downstairs.
I started to ask, but
Can we
I
get
love
some
beet juice and spring water.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like beet juice, spring water, and water with ginger.
Yeah, I do ginger shot every day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, you healthy.
I don't think so, but
Okay, girl. What you gonna teach me? Teach me some. What else you be doing?
rest and enjoy myself.
Have you got on that what is that stuff called? It's like kind of goopy sea moss. Have you gotten the sea moss?
No, I can't stomach it.
I can't either.
I'm like little.
The consistent, but can you eat okra?
I like okra, yeah,
Okay.
but I don't like the sea moss.
What about chitterlings?
I love chitlins, but I don't.
You don't eat anymore?
No, I could.
That's for Keno. He says I talk about chitlins every episode.
You like them?
No, I've never had them.
Oh well, some people make them great, and some people don't. I grew up; they were great. I can make them. My son likes them because my father, his grandfather, used to love them. But I don't. I get real sick.
Would you ever call what our family used to eat slave food? Can you see why someone would call it?
I don't know why anybody calls anything. I mean, seriously, if you got food, eat it.
There you go.
You know, because you cannot have food. Slave food, asshole food, what? What are you saying? You know, it's caviar, asshole food, because most people eat it are assholes. They are like all the rich. Slave food is food. Food is food.
I found out that potatoes used to be food for, the horses. They didn't even eat it. And lobster
Oh yeah,
was something that the rich people didn't eat.
No.
It was like a throwaway
Right.
kind of situation.
I saw a documentary about
Yeah.
that. Yeah, girl. I was
Yeah.
like, I don't care. I don't eat anything a lot. You know,
Yeah.
it's like if it's leaves, I'm eat some lobster.
So you're pretty balanced.
Definitely.
Okay. I like that. Let's talk about those streaming payouts. How you getting paid, girl?
Oh my God.
How you getting
Hi,
paid
Helen
now?
and Terry. Helen and Terry.
Hey, Helen, how you doing? I miss you, boo. Call me sometime. No, I'm joking.
Now I'm starting to get some payouts, but I'm owed a lot of money.
Who's handling that for you?
Helen and Terry and lawyer guys, people doing things, and it's really good because I've never been paid on so many records that are from the 70s.
What you mean?
For real. I was like, well, I didn't know. I didn't
So
even
you
think
just-
about it.
So you just let it slide? Is it from what Side Effect?
Side Effect, Roy Ayers. I sang on Gap Band records. I sang on almost everything that came out of Los Angeles in the late 70s and early 80s. People you never heard of. You know, a lot of jazz records. Wayne Henderson. It's so many records. Billy Cobham. A lot of records. I mean, you've heard my voice probably all of your life, and on so many records. Did you realize? I didn't even realize it was.
Do people ever confuse you with Jody Watley?
Yeah, my daughter especially.
Oh.
When I was younger, I would come through the airport. And, we all grew up together. Jody's from Chicago. She had a brother, and our families all moved to L.A. around the same time, and they were all friends. In those days, the 60s, 70s, black people knew each other.
Yeah.
Like my mom and everyone, they all knew Don Cornelius. He not only his mother went to church all the time, and they were all, very seriously. He was on a radio disc jockey, and even when he was in Chicago, he had a little show. But they all knew each other. Yeah. The Jacksons, people. I said we know, but Joseph, all of them knew my mom and my dad, and I was always Michelle. Josie's daughter, or Clay's daughter.
Right.
So, and they expected great things from me. I think one of the things that I feel most insecure about is that I didn't live up to their expectations.
What were their expectations?
They expected me to be like Aretha Franklin, you know, like
What you mean?
a big starer, that kind of thing.
You are.
Not to them. They were like,
Really?
oh, Michelle. Like, yeah.
You've done so much in your career. How could you not think?
I've not accomplished my goal yet.
What's your goal that you want to accomplish?
I don't know, like, how to say it. I want to.
I'm telling you, I've seen so many comeback situations happen. Like, your story is not over. It happens all the time. You hook up with somebody on TikTok, and they remix your song and put a dance to it, baby, let me tell you, you will be on tour next week. It's really like that. So it has the ability, like right now, to be able to balance things. You know? Like Tyler Perry, he brings people back. I've seen a few things that...
He doesn't talk to me.
Why?
I don't know. Someone took me into the offices too once. It's like, oh, Eric Majette. He's like, oh, I know they're going to want to work with you. This is like a few years ago. Monique had a show. Mm-hmm. And during that time, they took me and talked to me. People do not talk to me or work with me or do any, not like that. Now, the old jazz cats, I love them. Mm-hmm. Like the jazz clubs, they hire me a lot, and they do. It's really good, you know.
I think that it might change. I do. No, seriously, I do. I think sometimes we get stigmas, and then you need to be out there, and people see it, and they go, "Oh, I thought she was this way."
People do see me. I'm a black artist.
She said, "I'm a black artist."
I am. I'm a black artist. It's no shame in that. That was what I wanted to be.
Yeah.
I wanted to bring our music, our sound, our feeling, our sensations into the, like, this is our pot. This is what we put in a pot. Mm-hmm. You know, I wanted to be that because it was so fascinating growing up. Watch Mavis Staples, the Emotions, Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin. Mm-hmm. They made you want to, you know, be amazing. Mm-hmm. And I wanted to be like that.
What's a song that you've heard that you think that you could have done better? Like you're like, well, how come I didn't get that song? I could tear that song up.
Oh, I know one song I always wished. It's so outrageous. I forgot how's it go. Oh, never mind.
Is that the He Drive Me Crazy? Is that one?
That's that one.
Uh-huh.
I always thought I could.
Who sings that? He's what I'm waiting for. That one?
Yes.
Is it Truth Hurts?
That's it, isn't it?
It is. Yeah.
I love music. I was like, I could do that. Man, I missed it. Like that. And How Did You Get Here? Which I mean, back in the day, like,
Deborah
you know.
Cox,
yeah, I was like, wow, that sounds like one of my kind of songs. But yeah.
Why don't you? Just do it.
Girl, I don't want to do that.
You don't get up.
I want to do my own thing. You know, that's their thing, and they did a wonderful job. I love it.
Yeah. What's the hardest song that you ever had to sing? Either it was too emotional or just the range was all over the place.
Sometimes. There's a song I sing now in my show. It's called Throw It Away by Abby Lincoln. Mm-hmm. Sometimes I can't. I start crying.
Why?
Because it means so much to me.
The words?
Yeah.
What does it say?
It says, I think about the life I live, a figure made of clay. And I think about the things I've lost, all the things I gave away. And when I'm in a certain mood, I search the house and look. One night I found these magic words in a special book. And it says, throw it away, throw it away. Give your love, live your life. Each and every day. And keep your hands wide open. Let the sun shine through. Because you can never lose a thing if it belongs to you.
Ooh. That's nice.
And it makes me cry just to...
I wish you could have sang that a cappella. Can you sing that a cappella?
Girl, my voice is...
Can you sing it a cappella? That'll be a viral moment. Okay. How long do you have to warm up? Can we give you some time?
I almost never do.
Did you used to have to warm up back in the day? Or you
No,
could just sing?
Absolutely not. I used to wake up and sing. Just...
Are you considered alto or a soprano?
Contralto.
That means
Something between alto and tenor. And in actual voice, but I do sail in the high notes when I feel good.
I love it. How close to death have you ever come?
Very.
Explain.
That's what I was telling you. You said how did I come into my fruition of myself? I had emergency surgery. I had a huge cyst that I had, on my ovary, would come and go, come and go, come and go. And I'd gone to the doctor, and she'd given me birth control pills to control it or whatever, and I didn't want to take them. So it just started to grow, and I just thought, I didn't even think about it, because I was fine, and I thought I was just getting middle-age spread or something, and I started to look very pregnant. And I was like, what's wrong with me? I'm so fat,
Never that.
It was weird, I was buying big clothes and everything. I was like, well, it's middle age, you just getting old. And then one day, it started to feel like I was in labor or something, and actually had some blood. And so I was walking down the hall, like holding to the wall, and I was like, I called a friend and said, come take me to the emergency room. Take me to the emergency. When they said, well, you have a humongous, basically, they did the test and things like that. It's just a very, very big mass. Very big mass. And we have to do the surgery right away. And I was like, do it, take everything. And it was a very close call. They took everything, and they didn't give me, I didn't want to get a spinal block because I'd had with my children. And I didn't want a spinal block. So they said, we'll just, do sedation, whatever. Well, when I came out of surgery, it's unusual to not have a spinal block. So nobody told them I hadn't had one. So I came out of surgery with no anesthesia when it wore off.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. I came out of surgery, no anesthesia, and it wore off. The anesthesia that I had during surgery, in recovery, it wore off. So when they were trying to wake me up, I saw an angel. It was awful. It was so bad. It hurt. I never had anything like that, ever. And then when the doctor finally came in, to see, she realized I didn't have any anesthesia. She was like, "Oh my God, you're the strongest woman I've ever seen."
Let me understand this. Okay. Okay. You had anesthesia.
Like when you go into surgery,
Yeah.
they put you to sleep.
Yeah. But you could feel it while they're cutting you.
No. When I came out. You're supposed to have a spinal block.
Yeah.
Then they thought I had one.
Oh my gosh.
And like an epidural. That's
Yeah.
And I didn't. So, and the nurse was being really shitty to me too. I was like, because I couldn't say anything. Like I was going, I was trying to say hurt. And the kids came in, and I was going, and they started crying, and I was like, oh my God. Yeah. That was pretty close.
So you agree that African Americans really don't get treated well in hospitals?
Oh no, honey. You must always have a black doctor. You must
And
know
some
your
advocates,
doctor.
too.
Advocates, absolutely.
Yeah.
Girl, I don't want to say things like this on the air, but yeah.
Yeah,
and they bring interns in, and they try to do things to you so that you'll have a problem that they can fix.
I told this story, but I'll tell it again. I almost died and didn't know it, and I found out years later. But I went in for surgery, and the doctor, they do a count before they stitch you back up. And they did not do the count.
Oh.
They stitched me back up, and then I guess they counted the stuff that was left out, and they were like, oh, something's still left. So I was in recovery. They came back to get me out of recovery to open me back up and take those items out and then closed me. I had no clue. Do you hear what I'm saying? No one told me that I had a second surgery. And then my body went into septic shock.
Of course.
And I just had a baby. And this was like a couple of months after that. And I was in that hospital for so long. They never told me I went through septic. I was like, why can't I leave? What is happening? Things were shutting down. I had a whole fever. It was bad. And I was dying. And no one told me. And I went to a black doctor here in Atlanta. And he looked through my file. He said, do you know you almost died? And I said, what are you talking about? And he showed me. My body went into septic shock, and he showed me where they opened me back up, and I had a second surgery. And apparently that's illegal.
I think it is. I mean, I think it's a problem because I've heard about that. You can't like just do another one.
Yeah.
When you have like a surgery. That's what happened to Cassie with the Didi.
Oh, wait, what you mean?
They said that he had breast implants, and then he didn't like them, and they insisted the doctor redo them, like the next day or something.
Wait, Cassie had breast implants, and he wanted. Oh,
girl, that's on the internet. I don't know.
Oh, girl. All right. Well.
Yeah, all kind of things happening. You have to be vigilant. You
do.
have to have doctors that you trust and get recommendations from people that you trust.
Yeah.
And do your homework and then put it in God's hands. Please believe in God. People just don't want to believe in God.
There's a creator.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Now,
it's not hip anymore.
We've been lied to.
Yeah.
And then people must understand that the Bible is Cliff Notes. It's Cliff Notes. You have to research. God says, seek and you shall find.
Uh-oh. She about to start preaching up in here.
Not just, read 2 scriptures and listen to somebody that doesn't have the education to even to tell you what certain things mean, or that it's been transcribed from this language to that language to this language. And a lot of it is like if a foreign person is trying to speak English, it just, the point is not always made. So it's so fun now. I like it. Yeah.
I love that. All right, Miki Howard, you ready?
Okay.
She said, okay. For random questions. All right, my love. Okay, so here are the rules. I don't know if you want to drink some water. These are random questions, spitfire. They're coming at you.
Okay.
Yeah, so you just have to answer just straightforward. If you got a funny story or a deep story, you can tell it, but otherwise just straight to it. Okay. All right. First question that I ask everybody. What trend do you want to see go away?
BBLs.
Okay, why the BBL?
They look insane. These doctors are not qualified. These girls are killing themselves. And in eventuality is you're gonna have a gut sooner or later. Keep living, your breasts are gonna grow bigger than you want them. It is. I hate it.
Everybody keeps saying that. So you don't think the thigh to butt ratio is on? It's popping.
No.
It's crazy. I don't even know how they can pull that off. You should see them coming from Miami.
I've seen them on the plane.
Put the butt up?
Yeah. And sometimes when I get a wheelchair or something, because I have far to walk and my bag is heavy or something, and they think I have a BBL. They think that's why I want a wheelchair. Like, every black girl, and I'm not a girl. I'm a woman. I'm too old for a BBL. Wow. Like, really? Oh, come on now.
My friend was telling me that when they get on the plane sometimes, things drip.
Yeah, all of that is nasty. It makes me mad. It's just, it's no reason.
Why do you think they're doing it, though?
It's trending. Everybody wants to be in style.
Not style. I thought it was because they wanted a man. But...
Girl, the man don't want that. The man, man, play with
it. What'd you say, Vicky?
The man don't want that. If a man want that, you don't want him.
Ooh. Vicky, you heard that? Ooh. And a ooh. Do you miss Jerry curls on men?
No. They mess my pillow up. No. Just cut it off. We don't need all that.
Okay, what about asymmetric haircuts on women?
Oh, no.
You don't miss them, or
no,
you miss them?
No.
You don't want that look?
No.
I think you was rocking one.
No. No, she didn't.
So no asymmetric?
No. The kids were fun with the Gumbies. That's it. No.
That's not you with it.
No.
What about how they're wearing their hair now? With they like the lock dread thing? It looks like they're homeless. You seen it?
I like natural looking crazy.
Okay.
I do. I like that. And then you have your colors on. Or, you express yourself like that. Yeah, I like. But I don't like, because this is a trend. I want curls. I want a big ass. I like you to express yourself. Like if you just I have this huge boobs. I was like, well, we'll sit them girls up, girl. And go ahead and do. Or you might be like, I don't have any boobs. Wear the t-shirt. Cut it down the middle.
I wish I had that problem.
I love it. I like, I like for people to be yourself. That's what's good. That's what's good. If each day you get dressed, you can create art.
Okay, who you listening to? Who's in your iPad?
Well, I listen to a lot of Abby Lincoln. I listen to Frank Sinatra. It makes me feel comfortable. I love it. My very favorite, Lee Morgan, is a trumpeter. As far as modern people, I call India.Arie modern. She's very peaceful. I like her. There's so many people.
I just played Gregory Porter. What did you think of him?
I like Gregory. He made me go to sleep.
I know. I'm sorry.
His voice is relaxing.
And then I had to pep it back up. I was like, oh man. I was trying to make you relax, but I didn't want you to go to sleep.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like him too. I really do. All right. Okay. So, what type of man always used to get you back in the day? Did they? It
didn't take much because I didn't have time.
What you mean?
Like, you like me? I like you. Let's go. I liked Gerald Levert a lot. I did. He was fun and funny and creative and very masculine person.
Yeah.
I liked him a lot. He was like, I don't really know a lot of men like that. Or back in the day, I wasn't really I really wanted my career to pop. That's what I was into. And they were just there. Either you can help me or you're not.
When you are, when you're behind the scenes, right, and these artists, are they themselves? Like, because I used to work behind the scenes, and so we knew who was gay and who wasn't, but the audience never knew. So are they more comfortable with other artists? Like, you guys keep their secrets?
When I knew artists, I don't really know any artists anymore. But when I know Shaka, she's herself all the time. A lot of fun.
Shaka, we love you.
Yeah.
And we did a little thing. I'll have to send it to you. Where my dad, anyway, I did a little story about Shaka.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'll send it to you.
We'll send it and we'll give it to her.
Yeah.
We always know the gay people.
Yeah.
Yeah, we know who's gay. It never was a big deal.
Yeah.
Until now, it's so-and-so is gay. I can't even understand that I was like with the Diddy thing. I'm like, now what now? What's the problem? So I'm like, what happened?
Right. Well, what happened?
Yeah, what? Yeah. I don't understand, but maybe they have to, that's why I keep watching everything. I'm like, what now?
Yeah. It seems really weird because I feel like we support gay people, but we also consider it, taboo.
This is the thing. We call ourselves, you say, religious and all that stuff. According to scripture, gay is not getting into the kingdom. And neither is a liar, a fornicator,
a thief,
an adulterer,
a murderer,
a dog, none of that. So we still love you. God still loves you. God still loves me. It's not my thing to judge. I'm not doing it. Okay, I got my own stuff that I do. That I'm working on me with this. Now, if you don't feel bad about that, that's between you and God. That's not my situation. My situation is something else, and somebody else's situation is something else. So I'm not. God said, love everybody, let him sort it out.
I know that's right. What gospel song gets you every time?
Shackles off my feet so I can dance. Hey. I just want to praise him.
Hey.
Yeah.
Hey. Send that to Erica. Oh, yeah. Erica follows us now. We love her.
Don't make me get up outside.
I love that though. But I love all their music though.
But you said my favorite.
Yeah.
But I used to play that taking the kids to school loud. I had come out of my drug haze and I was so excited. Oh Lord, I'm like you God. It's like.
I love them. I love them too. All right. You face some adversity throughout your life. What is something that, you have to keep learning? Like, you have not learned this lesson. Like for me, it could be waiting to the last minute, procrastination. I have not learned this lesson, y'all. I'm telling you.
Really?
I have not. I am almost 50, and I have not learned this lesson. I will give her a minute. Something that you like, dang, I cannot get this together. No matter how hard I try.
To stop buying clothes.
You a little shopaholic.
Very bad, especially since the internet.
Oh my God. What's your favorite thing? Have you got on Temu or Fashion Nova?
I would never do Temu. I was sick with Fashion Nova. I have everything they have to offer. I stopped because they pissed me off.
Why? What happened? What'd they do?
Girl, I bought a dress. And that, on the same day delivery thing.
What? They got same day delivery?
Oh, yeah.
Ma'am, I'm sorry, what?
I'm deep like that.
And is this a special offer to people who buy a lot?
And no, I think if you're in California.
Oh, okay.
Same day delivery. And they give it to DoorDash. And the DoorDash that they use.
What?
Never speaks English. So he never found my apartment. They never let me know they were there or whatever. So Fashion Nova said, oh, it was undeliverable. And they kept my money. And they didn't give me my dress. And they gave me a coupon. I don't want no coupon. I wanted the dress. And now since it wasn't my fault, I feel like DoorDash y'all should talk to them. Because they didn't deliver the dress. Blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But now I have a coupon. And I don't want to buy nothing no more.
I had that same thing happen to me, but it wasn't DoorDash.
How do you keep my money?
Listen, they said they dropped this package off, and I'm waiting. You saw how you could get in. There's cameras. So they're like, send us proof. So I showed the empty spot in the front. It's not there. And they're like, well, they say they delivered it. No, they didn't. You got to push buttons. You got to call to get inside this building. They did not deliver. And when they said the time, I pulled the camera. And
that's the thing. You have a problem with your delivery service.
Right.
Why do I lose my money?
And you lose your money.
Yeah. Now I have a coupon, and I don't want to buy nothing else. I'm done with it.
Yeah. Fashion Nova fixed that problem.
That's a problem.
Give Miki Howard and Tony their money back.
That's not
I
cool.
spent some good money with them.
Who you telling? I got all my shiny suits, all kind of stuff. My girlfriend that passed away in July was one of Fashion Nova's people or whatever. And she said to me, like, hey, look at that. I was like, yeah, girl, I want that. Let me.
Fashion Nova, it's really that delivery service.
It is.
Yeah.
But I'm not buying nothing else.
Because they don't use regular deliveries. It don't be like FedEx.
No, it's like what?
It's like something you never heard of. Like,
who is it?
Be like Cousin and James and them.
Yeah, James would have found the purse. This be Xavier and them from Russia. Everybody from Russia and Ukraine moved to LA.
Yeah.
It cracks me up. You go into 7-Eleven and you got the Pakistani guy back there selling you the stuff. The Jewish guy with the yarmulke buying stuff. Then y'all don't hate each other. Only over there.
Right.
Oh, okay.
That's true, actually.
Oh, it's true. We're all standing in there, me, the Chinese
You're
men.
so right, because we got a whole community of people that don't like each other, but they live directly next to each other.
Yeah,
here in Atlanta. I'm not going to talk about it. We know about them. But they don't like each other.
They're not tripping.
And they live right next to each other.
You go in 7-Eleven.
They live right. It's the same community.
It's something else going on with that.
It's weird.
I'm like, y'all, no.
It's weird.
And don't come over here hating black people because you heard that they hate black people over here.
Ooh. Yeah, don't jump on that bandwagon.
Don't do that.
No.
They do that.
Yeah, because we really did make the way for y'all to be able to come over here and live. That part.
And now it's like, y'all should go back to Africa. Ghana. I ain't never that.
No, you should check out this. I'm going to send it to you. It's a Netflix special. No, it's a Netflix.
I
HBO
love all of that. I'm not going to live nowhere.
You go visit.
Get
got good food.
Yeah,
they will receive you and they will treat you like a queen, and your money will stretch far.
Well, what is that? If you don't,
it's not home. I got you. Are you a fighter? I mean, like physical fight.
I love a good fight, girl. Shall I show you the scars?
Babes, oh, I see the scars. Are you serious?
I love a good fight.
What do you mean?
I'm having fights lately, but
okay.
But I will.
Yeah.
I'm not scared.
You're a scrapper.
Yeah.
Do you play fair?
No.
What do you throw things? Do you pick up things? Do you use weapons?
I might pick you up and throw you.
Oh shit.
I do everything. All of the above. It's not gonna be an easy scrap.
Do you think you got that from Chicago? Your mom? Like, where'd that
My
come
mom, Chicago, being sexually assaulted, all that kind of stuff. It's like you better fight.
from? I was just about to ask you about domestic abuse. So I know that you've been through that stuff. You got any words of wisdom, like something quick that you can tell people? Like,
Don't get married until
Damn.
you know exactly who you're marrying.
how long does that take?
As long as it takes. You don't meet a person till the first year. They don't. The first year of them is their representative. You know, and then after that, you start to see who they are.
Yeah.
Don't be in a hurry to get me. I don't care if you're 59 or 62 or. Don't be in a hurry. Be in a hurry to love yourself.
Ooh.
Be in a hurry to help somebody. Be in a hurry to help a child. And you know, people make me angry because I love children. And I get so mad. How could you see a kid that's hungry? How can you buy your kid some McDonald's and the kid in the back, well, your mama probably get you some. Then ain't nobody having no McDonald's. You know what I'm saying? If we can only afford 3 fries, then we having 3 fries. Ain't nobody having a hamburger. I think the way we treat children is appalling. I really do.
If you didn't live in LA, where else would you live?
Chicago.
Okay, Chicago. After Chicago, would you ever live in Atlanta?
I did.
What'd you think?
This is where I got on drugs.
Oh shit. Okay, I'm sorry. We're sorry.
I was too.
The city of Atlanta, we're sorry for doing
But
that.
I also got off drugs.
Okay, well, good.
That's where I met the
City of Atlanta thanks you.
You know, they have good rehab facility. I went to a mental health facility. Yeah.
I mean, okay. You know what? I'm gonna be honest. I hadn't seen any type of drug until I was probably like 30, maybe 37, and I was at a hotel. It's a popular hotel. And we were in the bathroom, and this person was like, "You want a bump?" And I was like, "What's that?" And my girlfriend had just told me that it's called bump and dump. Because when you take a bump, you got to poop. You got to poop like coffee. So it's called a bump and a dump.
That's because it's cut with baby laxative. That's a bad drug dealer.
Oh.
But they do that.
Huh. But is that natural? Is that a natural
No,
drug?
the natural thing is when you're an addict, as soon as you get your drugs in your hand, you want to poop. That is what naturally happens.
Is it because you're so excited, your body just automatically...
That's what addiction is.
Whoa.
It's bad.
So do you ever get as high as the first time?
I don't know. I had ADHD. I have ADHD. So me doing the coke, I could go to sleep. I would, you know, nobody. And then when I was like, make sleep, you know, I was like 5 or 6 in the morning. I don't care what's happening. I have to go take my kids. I got to see what they're wearing to school, you know. So I probably fall asleep, you know, in the middle of everybody getting high, whatever. Then wake up, you know.
I felt like coke was like a rich person drug.
Drugs, you gotta have money. Drugs are expensive. Yeah.
She said drugs is expensive.
Yeah, they are.
Cocaine.
All of it.
And crack.
It's expensive.
What's the difference?
I don't know. We made our own crack.
I mean, I'm sorry, what?
We made our own crack. We didn't like go buy crack. You know, you buy the coke and then you cook it up, or you get somebody that stands there and cooks it up.
You knew the recipe?
Yeah, of course.
Miki, you knew the recipe to crack?
Of course. Doesn't everybody know the recipe?
Miki, everybody doesn't know
If you're going to do cracks, you should know how to make them.
Damn. So was it a science experiment?
It was sort of scientific. It was fun, though. So sometimes you make it and you get a cookie, and then sometimes in a glass, or sometimes in just a spoon, you know.
We're about to get canceled.
Why? Well, people should know, because I didn't know. I was like, well, show me everything. I didn't even.
I guess if you know how to make your own, you won't get tricked with all that stuff.
Yeah, because after a certain hour, the cocaine dealers or whatever, they stop selling real cocaine and they start selling cheaper things like whatever that stuff is,
ketamine,
crystal meth, and everything. And you don't want to do that.
Yeah,
that's why drugs should be legal. And you should be able to get them safely, and they should be able to say, you know, okay, you've had 3 da 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 this week. You can't, you're starting to approach serious addiction. And next week, if you get the same amount, we're going to suggest that you go to detox, rehab, and a psychiatric evaluation.
What's the conspiracy theory you can believe in? Tell it.
Well, I think that the thing about the sex trafficking is real.
With
children.
Are we talking about with the tunnel stuff, or why you say that?
There's something really dark happening with this. I don't know why. I just believe it.
I mean, do you have things you've seen in your past where you're like, this is possible?
Yeah. I never yeah. I've seen 2 children that I didn't get it until I was gone away from them. And there's one of the reasons I'm really passionate about children. Because I never could get them again.
And when you say get them, what does that mean?
I can't find them. And I can't.
Where were they?
Help them. They were so many years ago. This one was in 1987. And he would come over to my house all the time, and he was always bruised up and crying or whatever. And of course, I keep him with me as long as I could. They could eat, And then the mother would say, go home, and then I had to say go home, which I never would say today. Do you understand? And it really rips my heart out, because I think about it and go, he needed me. Breaks my heart. Another kid I tried to keep, and his parents moved out of town. He was being abused, and I could tell he was, and I was trying to keep him. And I asked my cousin, did she want him? Because she wanted a child so bad, but not bad enough to get him. And he was a beautiful child, beautiful child. And I was still, his parent didn't want them to find out people that he was being abused or something was happening with him. And they moved. I didn't know them personally one-on-one. They were just a kid that my grandson was playing with from the basketball thing, and then one thing led to another, and the kid got to come over, and they were just I tried to keep him, and then one day they were just gone.
You think there's those tunnels under there though?
I don't know.
You from LA?
I never went.
You got invited? You didn't get invited to the tunnels?
I didn't get.
You didn't get invited to the party.
They didn't invite me to nothing. I never even went to the Playboy Mansion. I never went. God is good. This is why I be telling y'all. You think like they say. You think you've been buried and you've been planted. I can't be any truer words in my even the whole time I thought I was blackballed, and I wasn't, all of that, and it turns out it was the best thing that could have happened to me. It turns out,
that stuff would have really changed you, I think.
Yes,
even more.
Oh yes,
yeah. And
I got only allowed the drug part because it made me so much more empathetic, and it made me I've just always been on top of the world in my mind. But it did and I don't know what else I would have done during that period of time when it was really hard. People tell you stuff like, oh no, Miki, we don't need you in the picture, because people I knew, photographers, they would take pictures and they would sell them to Jed and all those magazines. They couldn't sell a photo if I was in it. It was terrible. Promoters were saying things like, yeah, she can't sing, she this, she that. I was even booked to do a show at Carnegie Hall where I was going to do the Billie Holiday thing and all that stuff. And the agent called me. He's a white agent. He was crying. He said, they said they don't want you on the show, that I had no right to book you on the show. I was crying. It's been rough. Very, and not like now, like I said. And around 2016 or maybe 15, TV one did the biopic, and I had moved to New Jersey. I had a really lovely loft. I love lofts. I had a really nice loft. I was happy. I was like, okay, I can live. I can do this. You know, I even started to teach school at Newark, performing arts.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then I stopped because a lot of the money was supposed to go to the children, didn't go to the children, so I was really upset, and I couldn't teach school with people that don't love children.
Right.
I ain't saying that about them now. I don't know nothing about them. But a lot of people at schools don't like kids.
I agree with that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Like, why are you doing that? They treat them like crap.
Money.
They don't care about them.
They don't care about them at all.
They don't.
I hate that. And my dream now, like, I want to open a facility. Melba Moore just opened her school, and also Debbie Allen. It's fabulous. I want a facility though.
Yeah.
Just to come, whatever you need. If you need psychiatry, you need clothes, you need whatever you need.
Y'all hear that? She needs funding.
I want it. That's my dream.
If you try to do it in Atlanta, you might get some help. I'm serious.
I lived here for a minute.
Yeah.
I love it. Like, I love everywhere.
Yeah.
I could be
everywhere loves you.
I love it.
All right, I'm going to give you some names. Tell me what you think. If you got a funny story.
Okay.
All right, first name, Phyllis Hyman. Do that again.
Oh, she was so funny. She was funny. One time, our luggage, we had Louis Vuitton. We were on the tour together. She was a really funny lady. Our luggage got mixed up. She had all my luggage. I had to go out and buy a dress to wear for the 2 days we were performing. It was Phyllis Hyman, me, and George Howard. And she was just cracking up. And she said, "Where'd you get that dress, Miki?" I was like, "They lost my luggage, blah, 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 blah." She had my luggage the whole time. She had gone, and she's so nosy, went through it and everything.
You had no hats in there for her, so I don't know.
And she didn't give it back until the tour was over.
No.
Yeah, that's how she was.
Oh, man.
It was funny. It didn't matter to me.
Oh, okay.
It was funny. It was hilarious, actually. I said, "You had my luggage the whole time." I said, "Phyllis, why would you do that?" But, she was more wicked sense of humor. Like,
yeah.
And part of the situation with her was when they started to take us off the radio in the mid, like after 92 and 94, and couldn't get your music played, and no matter how wonderful you were, and then the tour started being the same old thing. You don't get to. It was bad. It happened to all of us. It wasn't just me.
That's crazy. Shaka Khan.
I love her.
She just called during the interview, y'all.
Yeah, I couldn't answer. I gotta call her back and say, "Oh, I was on an interview." She's gonna say, "Oh, I understand." Of course, she understands because she's amazing. She's a big inspiration.
Yeah, she looks good. What is she doing?
Take care of herself.
Good Lord. I mean, she did a 180. Like, I mean, she looked good before, but she doing something.
Yeah,
that hair looking good too, y'all. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, she's got a great style. It's young girls. Really good people. She's happy in her life.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's good. I'm glad. We love Shaka. Don Cornelius.
It was funny too. He was a trailblazer, and the pressures of life and everything, I think, can make anybody crazy. He was a lone wolf.
Did he start Soul Train, or did he just get hired?
He started Soul Train.
Wow.
In Chicago, as a matter of fact.
Detroit had their version, and my dad was on that show. He was a dancer.
Oh, my goodness.
And they called it The Scene.
Okay.
Yeah.
But Detroit was like Africa to me.
What you mean?
When I would come to Detroit, black people had their own everything.
Oh, yeah.
Radio stations, TV stations.
Yeah.
We went around. Everything was, yeah. It was always like
the white people didn't even live there anymore. They just left.
It was something. I used to say, this is like Africa or something.
Yeah, everybody. We had the largest, and most people don't know that, Detroit had the largest middle class in America.
I can believe it because, honey, I'm going to tell you something. We used to always crack up because you can't be too old to go out in Detroit. Okay,
that is facts, y'all. Listen, the steppers are out even now,
and they figures. Now you talking about women with good figures, natural. Them old ladies were good.
Yeah,
they had their hair be done. They sharp.
Because we had to shovel snow and walk in 6 foot of snow. Yeah, that's what happened right there. That's what happened.
They look good.
Did you ever have a corned beef sandwich when you were
Of
there?
course.
Or a piece of poplars? You know, you guys have pizza don't lock though.
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
People don't understand about Chicago pizza. That mess is good.
It is. You gained some weight too. That's a whole pie. Whitney Houston.
I loved Whitney Houston, my sister,
Yeah.
and even more after she died.
Mm.
And we would talk for hours on the phone.
Was she funny?
Hmm?
She seemed like she was funny. Like she was real.
I didn't get her humor all the time. You know, a lot of stuff goes over my head because I'm like, huh? Well, you know, they're brilliant. You know, and they spend time with people that are brilliant too. That not so much me. You know, like I know a lot of good people, like regular people. But when you started to be in the upper echelon of people, things you see and hear are way different than things I see and hear. You know, and that she was like that. She was brilliant, really, really, really religious. She loved the Lord. And that was part of what I think her demise.
Yeah. They're still talking about her to this day. I mean, they even have rumors saying that Sissy's not her mom, that Teresa Graves is her mom. I don't know if you know who Teresa
I've heard
Graves
that. Of course I know who Teresa
Yeah.
Graves. She's also a Jehovah's Witness.
I didn't know that.
She died in a fire. And I always thought Whitney looked just like Teresa Graves. And who knows about any of that? I don't know. You know, Sissy was always very private.
Yeah.
Really, really private. And she always was in church, you know, and that's their thing.
Yeah. But I heard that the dad did something. And
That he
Teresa-
confessed that. And then and she had the baby and Sissy took the baby.
Yeah, I heard that. Do we know if it's true, though?
I don't.
Yeah, we don't. So, not confirmed. Drew Levert.
I loved him.
Now, he was your boyfriend.
Uh-huh.
Was he faithful?
I met Drew, he's 21.
Okay, so he hadn't gotten
It's
all
like,
the way.
you know, then he wasn't, you know, he got famous and then all these different things happened. I wasn't famous. I was more like, he would be so upset with me. You know, but we had a time that we were just wonderful, just two innocent, wonderful people making music. I didn't know that people felt like I was Yoko Ono, going to take him away from the group. I was bringing money to the group, bringing production
They
to the
always
group,
think that.
all this kind of stuff. And then, you know, he was told to sow his wild oats, not to marry Miki with a ready-made family, quote unquote. And at the end of the day, it should have been. It should have been, because I loved him and he loved me, and he through a lot of things would take care of me, like the whole I'm blackballed and all that. I can barely work, you know. He would pay rent, he would do whatever, take the kids, you know. He was a really all right guy with me. I hate to see him go.
Yeah, we love him. We definitely love him. Prince.
I didn't know Prince.
Not at all.
No, he walked into me once and almost knocked me down. I didn't know him, but my children did.
Yeah.
And, you know, he spent some time with Caitlin because Shaka was doing things with him, and Kate would be with Shaka sometimes. So, yeah.
Anita Baker.
I don't really know Anita Baker.
You had a funny story. I heard about it.
Which one?
Okay. The one about the award.
Oh, and she was walking to me, and I was walking to her. And she's like, I had to give the award? Or the other one?
The other one.
Oh, when she told me the Soul Train Award. And she-
Yeah, start the story over, because I want people to know this story, because it's so funny. But they're friends now. Everybody's grown.
Of course, and she's so old, she maybe not even remember me.
Yeah.
She might go, who?
Come on, stop it.
She,
So Anita Baker.
and I were at the Soul Train Music Awards, and I got an award. And I was so excited. And at that time, I really liked Anita Baker, too. I was like, oh, wow. And I was walking past her, and she stopped me, and I thought she was going to congratulate me. And she whispered in my ear. She said, you take that award and put it up on your mantle, because it's the only one you're going to get. That's what I did. I said, oh.
Anita Baker threw a shade.
Why did you say that?
Another Libra?
Is she?
I don't know. No, she's an Aquarius. Oh, she's probably being funny.
No, she wasn't. They take this stuff serious. The girls, the face. What? 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 Man, what do you think? Mariah Carey, Shaka Khan, all of these ones, they are serious. They ain't playing with show business.
Wow.
They are serious. I tell Shaka all the time, we laugh because we don't play cards. We used to play cards sometime, and she's too serious. It's just cards. It's like everything. You can't do nothing. It's like serious. She means it.
Roy Ayers.
I love Roy Ayers. It was one of the first people I ever worked with. And he thought I was a genius. And he was so upset, and still is upset, I'm not singing jazz. A lot of them thought I was supposed to be the bridge between, you know, something like what Samara Joy is doing now. But I was even less jazzy than she was. But there was something that those fusion people wanted the bridge, you know, and I was supposed to be it, and they were so mad. Dick Griffey was mad at me about it. Gosh, just so many. Wayne Henderson, they were all like really upset.
Did you ever meet George Duke or Earl Clue?
Yes. Known George Duke for quite a while. I did meet him. And he was Earl Clue, I don't know.
George Benson?
In passing, he was also Joe's Witness.
What? That's crazy. There's so many.
Oh, yeah. And Larry Graham, Joe's Witness. Benny Golson, horn player, a lot of people.
Helen Baylor.
Helen Baylor, I wanted to sing just like her. Ow! It's so weird. I used to love Helen Baylor.
I was listening to her today.
Helen Lowe at the time.
Yeah. I told you I had to discover that the hard way, because I was going through and I was like, Helen Lowe, who is that? And it was like also Helen Baylor. I was like, what?
Yeah.
I had a praying grandmother. Yeah.
Oh, girls, play SOS by Side Effect. I used to play it over and over and over.
SOS.
And be in the mirror talking about.
Oh my gosh. You know, I'm going to add this one because I love her. Mesa. What do you think about Mesa?
I love Mesa. She's one of my people I go see. You know, even if she doesn't know I'm there.
Oh.
I love to go see because she's so peaceful to me.
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah. And she has this sex appeal too that it's just like.
Well, not to me.
Well, not to you, but guys have said
but
that.
I did poke her titty.
This was.
I'm
sorry, Mesa.
Ask her. We had a conversation. I said, "Wow, look at that."
Mesa, I'm so sorry. they pretty large.
Everybody loves Mesa.
Yeah, everybody loves.
She's so lovable.
Regina Bell.
I love Regina. We used to be best friends.
I didn't know that.
Oh, we were best friends. She got married. You know, when you get married, and I'm not getting married, and I'm having like, you know, I had a terrible husband. She's always asking, why does he speak of himself in the third person? I'd be like, girl, I don't know. One Thanksgiving we made Thanksgiving dinner. She and I, it was hilarious. We didn't know, you know, 27 years old, you know. Hilarious. She made the cheese into some sort of soup. We were cracking up. We had so much fun. We were so tired. Yeah, we always had a good time. I love Regina.
I love that. Do you have anybody else that you
I love everybody.
I know you do.
I really do. I have a good time with almost everybody. Only thing with Anita Baker is that she take it so serious. They take it real serious. I probably should have taken it more serious, you know. But I just thought I was supposed to have fun.
Yeah. But you know what I've noticed, though? A lot of times when people, they project trauma, it's because they have the trauma. Like something's happened to them, so they push it out. And you think it's you, but it's really just them. Or maybe they had a bad day. So I always treat people like they had a bad day if they don't like me. I'm like, oh, wow, something's wrong with your day. Not you, not me, just your day.
It's just, well, yeah. These things happen.
Is there anything you want to add that you have not? I feel like I asked you every question in the book.
I've enjoyed it.
I've enjoyed this too. I feel like it was therapy though, and I learned some stuff.
Oh, that's good.
I did. And
that's the purpose.
At my grown age, I learned something.
You ain't that grown. I'm growner than you.
I'm just saying, you know, she getting there.
You are, look, I have no idea of your age. I thought you were very still in your 30s.
No.
You look good.
I appreciate that. But it's just not.
I want to just ask people to please be more respectful and kind to each other, especially to mature women. Raise your sons to open the door, help each other. A lot of the young men are really assholes, and it's gonna get them killed. I'll tell you that.
Some of them are assholes, but some of them are sassy. There's some sassy men.
You mean the zesty people?
Yeah, there's some sassy, zesty men.
Girl, but it's not. Let me tell you something. I don't like these nasty, quote unquote. This is a thing that they say. I don't know if you heard it. I don't know if people say it out loud. But I know they call them nasty fag. And these guys that they call this they always want to, say something horrible and flip and hurt your feelings and that kind of thing. And why do you do that? I grew up with gay people my entire life. Like now they're talking about TD Jakes and this one and that one. I remember God said he'll make the rocks cry out. Whoever's telling the truth is what I want to hear. First of all, whatever you doing, everybody doing something. But when you're getting into this gay is this and nastiness about it, you're in a world that has nothing to do with being gay. First of all, your sexuality is your personal preference. I shouldn't know it unless you
trying to hit with me. Hit up.
Like you're hitting on me or you say this is my partner.
Yeah.
And I expect for you to be respectful with your partner as anybody should be. I don't expect for you to tell me, a 64-year-old woman, and I'm getting on a plane or something, you gonna need to, because I'm not her. I am not her. See,
on a day on Tuesdays or Saturday,
I don't think it's right. And so then I try to auntie you, mother you, try to come in a good way, and you think because I'm grown or whatever, you can get snappy with me. You won't get out the airport. I know how to call people to meet me. I have done it. Okay, with guys that acted like this to me on the plane before, and then it was like this is something that they do. That's not gay. That is not gayness. The gay people I grew up with had pride. They invented like pride. Now pride is a reason to party and just have the flag and all that. No, gay when I grew up was to take pride in yourself and to say, even though you may feel that gay is wrong, I feel like my gayness does not affect you or my job or what I have to do or being a person, that cares about children. Don't be a kind of gay person. I don't want to leave the kids with you. My mother left us with gay people all the time.
Yeah.
Nobody did anything.
Yeah. Those are the ones you could trust.
Yeah, but the whole church was gay. And now it's like, they zesty. They this, they that. It was, that's not gay. That is not gay.
That's not.
That's
and
not even
the straight men.
That's not even homosexual. That
straight
is.
Men are, some of the straight ones are acting zesty. And I did not know that until I saw a show. And I was like, wow, these young guys these rappers are really zesty.
I think that's kind of over. The rap situation, which it should be. If they're not gay, they get killing each other. I ain't never seen so many people in show business get killed in my life. I'm like, what? Rappers I never heard of. One was running down the freeway, somebody shot it. One was like, what? What happened to Takeoff? Why? Who is this? Why is this happening? Are y'all gangbangers, dope dealers, rappers, musicians, or artists? I need a clear definition. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you're intelligent enough to spit fire, then you should be intelligent enough to be decent. You should be intelligent enough to find out what happens. What is the end result of you being this? Okay? The way Diddy and those guys did, I don't know these people personally. I've seen the situations and stuff like that. They treated people very, really, 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 really bad. And so many people didn't get paid. Just like you talk about, quote unquote, Caucasian people didn't pay. You did the exact same thing. And then you raped, the community. I was like, what? And I'm supposed to be like an advocate for rap? No. We should have seen more Lauryn Hill type things after they came, and like the music. I don't know about people's lifestyles and things like that, but I did like that one rap by Jeremiah. Put it down on me, put it down on me. Hey,
that's the one. Wait, yeah, I know that song.
I used to
I
like
know
that. I
song.
bought that record.
What about Kendrick Lamar? You like him?
Yeah, that's a little bit young for me.
Okay.
They're not like us. I
We gonna
appreciate
be all
it.
right.
I'm all right.
And then They Not Like Us.
Yeah, I can appreciate young people. That's something
Yeah.
that's like me growing up saying, "Say it loud, I'm black and I'm proud."
Right.
It's the same situation like that
Yep.
to me. So I feel good about that. And I like Drake too. Drake is a Graham. I'm a Graham. My father's Graham. Yeah, and they have like 1,000 kids. He could be related to us. I don't know. But I'm so mortified when it's like, what is this happening? Why are they fighting each other about? What are you talking about? Is this just for music likes or something? Because this doesn't have anything to do with that. What? I like Drake music. I actually play it. Like, drive to the house. Or
Yeah.
I don't want them to fight. I don't want them
heard
to
it
be
here
like,
first.
who's got. And now he's going to sue. And this could turn into something big. Because what he's suing about is really a class action suit. Because all the artists can join in and say that.
What's the class action lawsuit? Or what's the lawsuit?
You better find out. You the journalist.
Let me go find it out, girl.
It's something about, he's like suing
Drake lawsuits.
Kendrick Lamar. Oh, I look so tired, Lord.
You look beautiful. Last question. It's the end. If you believe in God, and you sound like you do, what do you want God to say to you when it's the end?
I love you so much. You really did it. Try hard.
Did you try hard?
What do you think this is? What do you think it is? And I said, I love everybody, and I've been in this life and that life, and I've never brought any grief. I only come to bring love, help, healing, decency. I'm here to learn, things like that.
I think you're a truth teller.
I sure enjoy it. I can't lie because I forget it. It's like, I told you what? Oh, okay.
Miki Howard, we love you. Tell everybody where they can find you on social media.
Hi. You can find
That camera.
Miki Howard, MikiHoward, on Instagram, MikiThat, Miki that. I have a lot of Facebook pages. I don't really check, but I really do Instagram. I like Instagram. It's like a big magazine that changes every few minutes. I really enjoy it.
That's what it's set up. That's really cool that you noticed that. Yes, it's picture based.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's like really, anytime, I enjoy that. So find me on Instagram, DM me, talk to me.
And she has a new album. She's on an album coming out.
Oh, yeah. I did a record. It's called Miha, which means sister, because I grew out of the queen stage. A lot of people was like, y'all can be the queens all you want. Y'all the queens. I'm a sister. The sisters have more fun than the queens. Tell me about it. I like being a sister. So it's called Miha, and it's jazz oriented, and it's a lot of Abby Lincoln songs. It's kind of a dedication to her and my sisters, which I lost all my sisters. Oh, my God. That's out. And then I did a record with Terry Lynn Carrington that's coming out in January. It's kind of an Americana song, something like the staple singers would do. And it's I'm looking forward to that. It's a really fun song.
Miki Howard, thank you for coming.
Thank you, my darling.
I love you so much.
Thank you for having me.
She's been my consistent. We talked earlier. I'll tell you guys later. Okay. She's my consistent in my life.
Yes, constant.
I'm happy that you're here. But guys, again, thank you, Miki. Guys, if you like this content, and I know you do, make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe. Make sure you also email us. And you can also email her. But email us at info@smittyand.com. Again, that's info@smittyand.com. And until next time, guys, take care of one another.